Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are comboing off with the Wondrous Wasp, which is 2 mana for a 2/1 with flash and flying. And it says when it enters, you tap one target creature, and it loses all abilities for as long as it remains on the battlefield. Now you can use this on your opponent's creatures, but in this deck we're actually trying to target our own creatures to make them lose abilities. The big ones being the Mindskinner here, which can't be blocked, and if it would deal damage to an opponent, you prevent that damage, and then they mill that many cards. But if you attack with the Mindskinner, and then during combat you flash in the Wondrous Wasp after they can't block it, you can hit them for 10. And then if you're lucky enough to have a Fling in your hand, the Burn Together, that's a 20 damage on turn 4, unblockable attack, basically. So we're kind of trying to do stuff like that. We are also playing the Ancient one. This is just a 2 mana 8/8, can't attack or block. Unless there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. However, you can remove that ability with the Wondrous Wasp, or with the Abigale, which is sort of our backup Wondrous Wasp. Abigale is 2 mana for a flying first strike lifelink, and it says when it enters, up to one other target creature loses all abilities. You put a flying, a first strike, and a lifelink counter on it. So similar to the Wondrous Wasp, makes it lose their abilities. So also pretty darn good with the Mindskinner to give that flying, first strike, and a lifelink, or Ancient one flying, first strike, and lifelink. That's a pretty nice combo. The other kind of card we're trying this out is with the Last Ride. This is a 1 mana vehicle with crew 2, and it's a 13/13, but it gets -X, where X is your life total. 3 mana to pay 2 life and draw a card. But if you activate this, crew it, and then use the Wondrous Wasp on it or the Abigale on it, it'll just become a 13/13. And so you can attack maybe for the win with this, and that's kind of our hope with these cards. Now note with the Last Ride, after that turn, if you don't win the game that turn, then this just becomes like an artifact with no abilities, so that's kind of interesting. So you have to win the turn you do that if you are using this kind of combo with it, but it is a 13/13 for 1 mana, so we're trying that out with these cards. Other payoffs, we got the Bebop Rocksteady. This is a 3 mana 7/5. When it attacks or blocks, you sacrifice a permanent unless you discard a card. So nice to remove that ability with either of these. The Rot-Curse Rakshasa. This is a 2 mana 5/5 with trample, but it also has Decayed. So this is another nice one you can remove the abilities of. Pretty good with Abigale. It's a 5/5. Flying life linker with first strike, but it's also a decent card. You can hit them for 5, and it's got the renew ability to put decayed counters on other things. So the Sell-Sword can fling, but it can also just be played as a 2/2 that can crew up the Last Ride or just attack, block. Can get counters if something dies. And then a couple of the Monoist Sentries here. This also has pretty high power. So you could remove the defender from this using these abilities here. And then another payoff for a lot of these cards is the Synthesizer Labship, which is 1 mana for 4/4. It's got station, so you can tap creatures, station it equal to their power, and then mostly not turning things into 2/2s, although you can turn the Last Ride into a 2/2 with the Labship, but if you get 9 counters on it, it's a 4/4 Flying Vigilance. So 1 mana for a 4/4 Flying Vigilance, pretty good and pretty easy to get 9 counters on it when things have very high power. This has 8 power, 5 power, 4 power for 1 mana, 7, and the Mindskinner by itself turns on the Labship, so that's kind of cool. Miser's Spell Pierce, because why not? Play against sweepers or big spells our opponents are trying to do. And then mana base to try to make this all work is a little stretched, obviously, because of the mana requirements here. But we make it work here with a lot of dual lands and the this thing that is 3 colors, and the starting town is also 3 colors. So you can fling here and a bunch of dual lands here. So let's jump the games and see it in action. A huge thank you to all my viewers who have joined my channel membership. I really appreciate all the support. Members get badges, emotes, and early access to all my videos. Click the link in the description below the video to join and get these perks today. Alright, opponent going first. This hand looks okay. Nothing really as a payoff yet, but We can play out Ancient One. Let's see what happens. Do have a Spell Pierce, which is nice. And they're gonna let me draw. Okay. It's nice of them. Alright. Cruel Claws Heist. So whatever they play, they get to also play. Which is kind of funny. They should probably take the Wasp. Let's see if they do. Because that's my only payoff. They're like, what is going on? Okay. They don't. Fair enough. Yeah, well, let's get this Ancient One down. And pass turn. They may have another discard spell. We'll see. They can play the Mindskinner. Start milling me. If they want to. Okay, gonna lose life, draw cards. Okay. So I think we'll just play Starting Town, play Last Ride, hold up this and this, and pass. See what they do. Mindskinner. Insatiable Avarice. Alright, they're gonna play the Mindskinner. Sweet. Very nice. I can block this of note. Which is actually kind of annoying, but and trade with it is what I mean. So do we even care? What do we even do then? I mean, if we tap it down and it's kind of funny. We need an answer to our own thing here. Alright, we'll go Wasp on our own thing. But there's a Bebop, okay. So this doesn't do anything at the moment. We can swing in the air. We could swing and try to trade, but I don't think we want to do that at the moment. I think we'll just swing in the air here. Okay, we'll play this Bebop here. And end the turn. We could also... Yeah, I mean, we can just fling this at any point. Cruel Claws Heist. Okay. I could Spell Pierce that. I think I might. It would force them to not be able to cast anything else. Yeah. Let's do it. Alright, well I can see, take my fling. And then maybe I'll just swing with everything next turn. Okay, there's a land. It's a tap land, so I can't activate my land here, but I can use this to draw, which is fine. So maybe just start by doing that. Yeah. Start by doing that. It's an Abigale. Play the land, swing with everything here. Or I could hold these back, but that's fine. Resolve, discard. Do I want to discard? I mean, I could just sacrifice a permanent unless you discard a card. Or would I rather sacrifice like this? No. I think I'll just sacrifice a land. Starting town, I think. Starting town can be useful and to do damage to myself. So we'll sacrifice this one. Alright, goes in with that. Puts them to 5. Okay. Now they do have a demolition field too, so yeah. The creature land plan, I think, not so useful. We do have some basics. Grab that. Day of Black Sun takes them out, sure. And yeah, that's a fling for the win, right? They're at 5. And got him. Sweet. Nice. On to the next one. Alright, on the play. Hand looks okay. It's got some stuff. We need a payoff for our big power things, but we can kind of go... Well, let's see what we can do. Draw another land. So we can get this down at some point. This is blue. We could play either the ancient one. We don't want to pay off for that. I think we just go for the Labship plus the Sentry here. Start crewing. And then you can also turn this into a 2-2 if you want to, but getting this up, we're going to attack with it next turn. So, don't really want to play this Mindskinner because... I'm going to get down the Rot-Curse Rakshasa. That will exactly be able to crew this. And station it to 9. Can make this into a 2-2. Still has Defender, though. Alright. Swing for 4. And pass the turn. Alright, put it on mono green. Badger Mole, there it is. Yep. There's the Ouroboros, alright, well. Might be too much to overcome. Well, there's another Labship. So... Let's see, we're gonna play this and play this. Station it up. Attack with the Rot-Curse Rakshasa. Do we do that now? Or we wait? This might be the only way it gets in damage. We'll put them to 4, 5, and then the next turn have a lethal swing as well. If we do this and we do... Let's see, 4, 5, and 5. We can actually crew this afterwards with that one. So we'll do this guy first. Could make this into a 2-2 as well, although it doesn't. It has a summoning sickness, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll swing here. All right, and those will hit the bin. And now we can use this to station and pass. So now we can block with this sentry and be okay. Alright, there's another Ouroboros, and it can't attack though. There's a Go Nuts, which Puts a plus almost encounter. And fights, or fights a creature? Did they meant to fight? Maybe. Okay, so nothing has trample. So with only 2 attackers, we're still alive at least. And then this can be decayed so that they can't block with one of their creatures. There's another go nuts. Okay. That's a lot of power and toughness. But nothing to block flying. So we'll just block here and take 12, I guess. Alright, got there. Sweet. On to the next one. Alright, going first. This looks like a keep. This opening hand is a bit wild with Abigale and the Mindskinner, but gotta do what you gotta do to make some sweet combos here. Ooh, and we got the ancient one. So, yeah, let's do that, I think, and potentially Abigale it next turn. Let's see, Price of Freedom, yeah. Okay. Get an island. Ooh. And there's a lab ship as well. Question is, since we don't have any... Let's see, green... Okay. So options are do this attack, or we could go lab ship. I think we just do this in attack and then play lab ship and then do it for 1, or we could do Mindskinner set up for something, but I don't see there's a point in doing that. So let's just do this. I'll go lab ship and swing, and they give up. Okay. All right, GG. On to the next one. All right, opponent goes first. This hand looks good. Looks okay. Can't really power up anything on the first turn, so let's do this. Tap land and then play this on 2 and this on 3 and then try to go to town with it. With these. Alright, Origin of Spider-Man. Puts a counter there. This is blue-white. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. We have double... Yeah, we have double black for Abigale. Okay. Ooh, and a fling. Let's play this thing. Play the land, pass. Let's give this an option if we want to have the starting town next turn or take less damage with the Mindskinner. Although, no, we need to play the starting town because of the Abigale. Oh, actually, we can't do Abigale plus this. We can do Mindskinner, or sorry, Wasp plus Sell-Sword. Yeah, that's what to do. Okay, let's just take an extra damage. Hopefully it doesn't matter. And we can still do this and fire this up as well. And this can swing for 4. Mill them for 4. In the off case that matters. There's a chance it doesn't matter. But... Or it does matter. Ooh, Secret Invasion. Nice. Secret Tunnel. Secret Invasion. I don't know what that refers to in Marvel. Alright, so... next turn... Oh, yep. There's the shelter by ghost. Never mind. Never mind. They're gonna swing. Oh, it's got double strike. I see. Okay, no blocks. Down to 8. So... I can make this have no abilities, but that doesn't really change much. I could play the Mindskinner. I have 2 cards. This thing is Vigilance. Could use this on this and just start gaining life. However, I think I'm gonna be... Actually, let's do damage. Let's not do mill first. So, okay. Swing 4 here. And then play this. Play this. And hope they don't have anything that can kill me now. They have like another... I feel like my opponents always have double Sheltered by Ghosts. But... I don't know. This card's cool. Seems like it could be pretty good in a enchantment deck or a token deck. Or a token enchantment deck. Alright, well, I think we're going to go for it. This has lifelink ward reach. So, the plan is we attack, they say no blocks, and then we wasp it? Or is the plan to Abigale it and just kind of go to town that way? Kind of don't even want to. So if we attack no blocks, wasps, fling, that's 20 exactly. If they block here on this, then they gain life and we get back a Mindskinner, and that's kind of bad actually. So I think I actually just want to Abigale the Mindskinner here. And then attack with it this way. Because it has first strike, right? Yeah. So if they block now... Yeah, they're not going to block. Alright. So they go to 12. I can get them to 2, but I don't think I want to do that. I just hold up the wasp, I guess. This has ward. Yeah, I'll just hold up the wasp. Because I couldn't have wasp this and yeah, okay. It was just 2 damage short, I believe, unless I missed something there. But this should be fine. I don't really see anything really mattering here. They are going to get to draw a card, get some tokens. And then we can, let's see, wasp plus pay 2 plus fling next turn if they just attack on the ground. Okay, tricky game. What was playing 3-color stuff. I wonder what the red mana is for. They're getting in with this. That is interesting. So they're going to gain... That's not really going to actually matter. I could block and get my guy back, but I don't think there's a point to doing that. Yeah, let's go no blocks. Okay. So they go to 17. Still have more than enough for lethal. The question is sort of like... do we play this Wasp? They don't have any flying blockers. I could save it to use it on the Ancient one. Well, let's just go for it. No, nope, they gave up. Alright, GG. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll give this a keep. And see what happens. There's a Mindskinner. Interesting. So we do want more land, so I guess I'll keep that. Blue, black, something. Okay, let's get the Ancient one down. Could be a painful mana base, but we do have the last ride, so that could be okay. Swamp Island, alright. Target player discards 2 cards. Interesting. This one... and this one, I guess? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Well... if we do this end of turn, we'll attack for 8. Alright, let's go Mindskinner. Yep, pay that. See if they have more discard for me. That was interesting. Did not even know... oh, Shredder's Revenge. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life, or target player discards 2 cards. Okay. Well, could go Abigale here or Wasp it. I think I want to Wasp it and save the Abigale for this in case something happens. Let's just see what happens here. Yeah, they had the removal. Okay, well that is gone. Can't fling it in response or anything. Okay, do we just play this Abigale now? Or we could also do end of turn Wasp on the Ancient one? Or do we do Abigale on it? Let's just hold it up, the Wasp. Let's see what happens. Shock and... Day of Black Sun. X is 2. Okay. Yep, that removes all abilities. I guess we just get this down. I mean, sure. I mean, we have an Abigale. Okay. We'll just have to go the old beatdowns with 2 power creatures, I guess. Do we want to save this? Yeah, I'll save one of them. I could throw down the Abigale. I think I'm gonna save it also. I don't know. If I draw a land, I guess I can attack with my creature land here. So let's do that. And attack, I'm gonna mill myself. Interesting. Alright, well, that connects. Consult the star charts, sure. Okay. Ritual chamber to make a blocker. Still, well, if I just fire this up, I just win, right? Oh, no, I don't quite win, do I? No, but I still think this is a good attack. Put them down to 1 life. Hmm. Oh, wait. No, I had this plus this. I did not even think about that. Oops. Okay. Well, that was silly. I had the win. For some reason, the math is not mathing today. Well, I gave up anyways. Alright, well, I was lucky. Alright, GG. On to the next one. Alright, opponent going first. This hand looks okay. Nothing amazing. Needs like an Abigale would be nice. Or a Wasp. Okay. They have a minor on 1. I mean, we could do this to block it. We're going to play this on. That's fine, actually. I don't mind just throwing this out there. Because we don't really want to use the Wasp on 2. We probably want to use it on this. Or save it for a better target. Gene Pollinator, okay. Sure. Nothing, okay. Ooh, and there's an ancient one. Well, I'm not going to fling my guy. I mean, I could fling my guy at the Gene Pollinator, but I don't think I'm going to. Let's hold up Spell Pierce here. Swing, and sure, I'll block. Quandrix Charm, target creature, base power and toughness 5/5. Spell Pierce, I guess? I don't know. Might as well use it. Trade these. Alright. So Ancient one. Get that down. Did not hit the 3rd land, but we'll see if this is going to be good enough. Can't get this back if they commit a crime. 3 mana. Another reason to get this off the board is it kind of deprives them of a mana with the Pollinator. They couldn't play like an Ouroboreid if that was their only other mana source. Alright. Okay, Overgrown Tomb and... nothing? Something? Nothing, okay. Well, do we want to go Bebop? I think we'll just do Wasp end of turn. We'll play the Sentry. Looking at the cards. Okay. Pass turn. Not sure what is in their hand. They may have just removal. That would be my guess. But they don't know if they want to remove anything. Okay, another tap land. An attack for 1. I think I'll take it. That's fine. Okay, my turn. Alright, end of turn. Wasp. Quandrix Charm and bring back that. I see. So they did have something. Okay. Well, let's get the Bebop down, I guess. That one can actually maybe attack. Play the land. And we can fling these and just do some damage that way. That may be our line. This thing can't block. Double Quandrix Charm. I haven't seen this see much play at all. I thought this might see some play in like Ouroboros decks, but... okay. I could activate this ability, but I don't think that is very good. Let's attack with the Bebop and discard this starting town. All right. I'm gonna take. All right, that's good. So now I'm just gonna fling and fling, because this is 12. Yep, that is the plan. Let's see if this one resolves first. They have another Quandrix Charm. Okay, Spidey Sense. All right. Well, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fling this base, I think. And then play it. Alright. Put him at 3. Okay. What is full of counter spells? Sentry, not doing too much. Alright, they do have some life gain and a flyer, so that's significant. Let's see what we draw here. Ooh, and applied geometry. Alright, that is a big flyer now. Oy. Okay, so if I attack, I have to... well, they have to block this, which is kind of nice. It forces a block. Sacrifice one of my lands, I think. A starting town, potentially. Or this guy. I think I'll sacrifice the Monoist. So this has to be blocked. I'm not going to throw this thing away. Let's just do this. Resolve, and I'm going to sacrifice this. I think it's my best shot here. Alright, so those trade. Go to 9, pass the turn. Alright, well, I think we're behind now. There's Badger Mole. Maybe? No, I'm not sure. Alright. Show me Ouroboros. Another applied geometry. That was pretty good. Alright, think we are finished here. That one Spidey Sense got us pretty good. Let's see what we draw. Alright, GG. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for the Wondrous Wasp combo. This one was pretty sweet and fun. I felt like there was some very powerful stuff you could do with this deck. Obviously, like, Ancient One into Abigale is very powerful. Mindskinner into Wasp or Abigale is also very good. This card is just, a good card on its own to tap down your opponent's creatures, make them lose abilities. So, I feel like if you could play... The problem with the deck is you kind of have only 8 payoffs. You really want to make sure you have one of these in your opening hand. So, yeah, there is that. But, yeah, you could play maybe some, like, more card draw, sleight of hand, something like that. But it seemed like a decent deck. I wasn't quite sure about the last ride. This card didn't come up that much in the games I played. The Labship was quite good and a nice payoff. So you kind of have, like, 12 payoffs here. For playing these high power creatures here. So that's kind of sweet, and Fling was decent as well, so I think worth the splash. But yeah, let me know if you have any other ideas. You could play removal, cheap removal like Hex, Requiting Hex or Duress or more Spell Pierce, more interaction if you wanted to, but yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.